There's a lot of factors involved in the process of finding a partner. Some common ones for most people are appearance, wealth, and social status. Now, for those of you lonely people who stay at home and scroll social media on Valentine's Day looking at other people's relationships, you may start to feel a little bit stressed. Maybe you aren't tall enough. Maybe you aren't rich enough. Maybe you just got unlucky genetics, and maybe you're feeling kind of frustrated with all of these standards society has. Well, I'm not gonna solve any of your problems. You can go solve them yourself. But today, I will figure out what stats makes a person more likely to find a romantic partner. And I'll do this by creating a dating simulation that uses statistics from this university paper I totally understand. Oh wow, numbers. Yes. Interesting. I understand this. Yes. Oh yeah, before this video starts, I'm just some bored kid on summer break, so this simulation probably isn't the most accurate, and it's probably quite superficial as well. Unfortunately, I do not care. So my plan for this simulation is we're going to have a bunch of cylinders walking around some random platform, and when they bump into each other, they will have what's called an interaction. Now each cylinder will have some statistics that contributes to their dating success, and if two cylinders are able to have a happy relationship, then they will end up as a couple and will be taken forever. Then we'll have some player cylinder with a user's inputted stats walk around the overcrowded platform, and we'll see what partners they pull. Now before we start, we have to figure out what constitutes a happy relationship. Well, first we need to look at a partner's preferences of men and women. We'll use the given statistics of the American population to generate our own sample population with a similar trait distribution. This part's gonna be hella boring, so brace yourselves. An important factor is age. We'll make it so that if there's more than a 10-year age gap, there will be a 0 chance of dating between two individuals because social norms. The next obvious factor is physical appearance. There are a few categories. One category we'll just call appearance, and that's going to be the way you dress, your face, and pretty much what people will label your looks as. According to the study, about 20% of men and women are above average in looks, 50% are above average, 25% are average, and the remaining are below average. Now you might be wondering, why are most people above average when that's like not even above average anymore? That's just average. Well, to be fair, there's a ton of bias in this study because people are asked to describe their own appearance, but we'll take it. It's the best we can get. Then we'll have categories for height, weight, and BMI, which will be derived from the CDC. Because you guys really think I trust men to give their honest height and women to give their honest weight? No, I do not trust you guys. After appearance, we'll have race and another category that determines whether or not a person is willing to date outside of their race. Even though we're in the 21st century, about 25% of men and women of each race aren't willing to date outside of their own race, so we'll have to take this into account as well. Finally, the most important part is income. We'll look at income distribution in the USA and give each person an income to fit the curve. So, the interaction. When two people end up meeting each other, we will first have an interaction chance variable. Your first impression of someone is their appearance before you get to know them, and I know for a fact some of y'all would never, ever have the audacity to go up to a 4 in appearance and start a conversation. Y'all probably can't even make eye contact. Anyways, if the interaction is a success, we will have each person compare their stats to the potential partner's stats. People don't really want to date other people that are too far out of their league, but they also don't want to date a good for nothing, so those will be factored into the dating chance variable. Now, if both parties pass a certain threshold for a desire to date each other, then a relationship will form and it will be very deep and meaningful. So, let's make this simulation in Unity. Alright guys, I'm back. It's probably been 5 seconds for you guys, but for my time, it's been a whole day. And I finally finished the dating simulation. I don't know why I did this to myself. Just made this stupid dating simulation and my back hurts. But it's okay, it's finally done. That's all that matters. So, let us begin the dating. And for my dating simulation's debut, I'll put in my stats. So my name is Gandhi. I am 24 years old, straight out of college. I'm a business major. I work at Wall Street, so I make $100,000 per year. I am a 4 in appearance. I am Asian. I am 6'3", that's 75 inches, and I weigh 180 pounds. And I'm a male. I do not have a preference for the same race, and we'll have 500 people in the simulation. These are my real stats, by the way. But anyways, let's run. Let's see. Will I be able to find someone with my amazing stats? And it turns out I do find somebody. Not a surprise. I am a pretty good match, considering I have max of everything. Let's see, I am a couple with Hannah Maynard. Also, I added like names because gives them a little bit more personality, you know, not like just some random cylinders. So I am a couple with this person, and this person, damn, this person's average and poor. What am I doing? But it turns out that we were able to have a happy relationship. So before I try out more examples, I will put a link in the description or something so you guys can try out the simulation as well. And to work this simulation, we have a toggle button that pauses the simulation, couple only, which only shows couples, and a follow player button that follows you to the player or your player, and a reset simulation button to bring you back to the start. So let's see, what if I am broke but I am attractive? Pretty much keep everything the same. What if I'm broke but I'm attractive? Let's see, will I be able to find someone? Okay, it looks like my guy is having some trouble finding someone. In part because he got stuck on a wall, but also in part because he's poor. So let's give my guy average salary, $71,000 per year, but keep the same appearance. Let's see. And it turns out I already found a person. Let's see who this person is. So I found an attractive person that makes the same amount of money as me, and this makes sense. We're both pretty much in the same income zone, but we're both attractive, so that's good. Now let's look at some other people. I'm quite curious. So this guy is rich, but he's pretty attractive. He's average in appearance, and he ends up with a average female that is not as rich but pretty well off. So now we have an attractive female. Oh, that person's with me. Okay. Attractive rich male gets an attractive well-off female. Average female gets an average rich male. Above average rich female gets an above average rich male. And let's do one more. A poor, well, it's not really poor, but a little bit poor, a lower class above average female gets an upper class above average male. So it turns out that people will tend to, oh, I'm curious about this one. You have an ugly male, but he is 6'3". He is 6'3". And if you guys didn't know, for all y'all men out there, if you're above 6 feet tall, your chances of finding a partner increases by 65%. So good for you guys. But this guy is pretty ugly. He's okay when it comes to wealth, but he is maximum in height, and he manages to pull a female that is attractive but doesn't make that much money. So that makes sense. It turns out that people tend to find other people that are similar to them in terms of social standing, and if they're ugly, they make up for it in other ways like height, money, etc. So let's reset the simulation. Let's see, what if we were rich, but our appearance was not that good. This is totally not copium, by the way. I'm not doing this for myself. This is just for experimentation purposes. Let's follow. And it turns out I already found a person. Attractive, $95,000 per year. Okay, that makes sense. I'm pretty average, but I am rich. I am stinking rich. So let's try that simulation again. Let's see, will I find a person? Oh, and I already found a person again. Let's see. Found an attractive person. Even though I'm an average short dude, according to the simulation, if I were to be rich, it would be easy for me to find a partner. So let's reset. And let's see, what if I wasn't as rich? What if I was average? Let's run, let's see again. And I already found another person. Well, 71k isn't average, it's more like above average, which is probably why. Let's see. Found an attractive person that makes more money than me. Okay, we're like pretty much similar social standing, so that makes sense. But let's say I was ugly. What would this do to me? And I already found a person. Seems like as long as I have some type of money, things should be okay for me. But what if I was poor, ugly, and short? Would I find someone? And I found someone. But let's see their stats. The person I found isn't as good as the people I found while I had better stats though. Because when I did have better stats, I found rich, attractive people. But because I am ugly, short, and kind of poor, I did not really get as good of a pull as if I was tall and rich. So that makes sense. But what if I was broke? What if I was broke? Would there be any hope for me? And there is hope for me, apparently. And yeah, once again, similar social class. It's not like I'm gonna be able to be with like these people because of my social standing. I can have a happy relationship with someone that is in a similar social class as me. Let's see, what if I was tall though? Let's try this again. What if I was tall and attractive? Now it turns out I'm actually struggling for some reason. Let me think about why. I have no idea why I'm struggling if I was this tall and attractive, but I'm poor. Maybe it's because... Oh, I know why. Because there's an interaction chance. And okay, my hypothesis is that I'm like way out of people's league when like it comes to appearance, but I'm poor. So the thing is, people are like, I'm like too separate from them, but like I don't have enough money to make it a happy relationship. So it's like no one would probably want to be with me. So lesson of the day is it's better to be short and poor than tall and poor. Okay, so there were a couple of problems with that simulation. One is that I distribute it based on America's distribution rather than specific areas, because different areas have different types of people. So by going to areas where there are more people similar to you, your chances of finding a partner increases. Another thing I left out is your personality and the time spent with them, as this was more of a superficial simulation. Now, I know I didn't test what it was like to be a female, but to be fair, I don't care. But since I'm such a good person, I made it a feature. So if you're a female and you want to test that out, you can test that out if you want. But what I did learn today was that no matter what type of person you are, you can make up for it by being rich. This sounds like one of those sarcastic pieces of advice that people give you, but I'm dead serious. According to the math, you can be rich and all will be good. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video, which will hopefully come out sometime next year. Alright, later.